Yes, we will watch He-Man. The watching of He-Man is what we will do. Into the castle of Podskull. It's manly and cheesy and rad, maybe a bit homoerotic too. He-Man, it was our favorite show. He-Man, let's watch it now that we're old. He-Man.
Hello and welcome to Castle Podskull, the podcast on which we go through the episodes of the 1983 Filmation classic He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And yeah, we are here having a great time. We are talking today about our 6th episode of Season 1. I am your host, Professor Xennial, aka Thom, and with me is Kevin.
Our Orko Dorko.
Yep. And yeah, let's get right into it. We're just having a blast, ripping through the sands of time, and we have a very apropos show today: the Time Corridor. Any immediate thoughts on this one before we get into watching it, Kevin?
Well, I love this, like when shows do or films do the kind of playing around with time travel trope. So I was really excited with this. And also, I'm just trying to think about the timing of this. Since this is, in the 80s, this just made me immediately think Back to the Future.
Yes. Okay.
Right?
I'm glad you said that. And I mean, you're right. It's the same time period, right? So we have to do some digging here because at a certain point, I believe somebody says we are going back, and it might be Skeletor. We are going back to a time when there was no Castle Grayskull, and that immediately made me think of where we're going. We don't need roads, right?
Exactly. Or I kept waiting in this episode of like, we've done this thing, now we got to go. I was like waiting for it to say Back to the Future, but
yes. So I do have to think up through this because what are the chances that Back to the Future came out? Okay, the Back to the Future didn't come out until 1985, though, so that I don't know. That might not be possible. Right. But okay, it was in the zeitgeist. It was in the which, by the way, means time ghost in German. So there you go.
Really?
Yep, that's what that means.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a very evocative little phrase. The ghost of time is what the zeitgeist means. So anyway, there you go. What we do in the show is we watch these episodes and we discuss what, if anything, makes this particular episode manly, what makes it rad in the 80 sense, what makes it cheesy, if anything, and then because it's He-Man, has anything aged poorly and is a little bit inappropriate? Is anything homoerotic? Because again, this is He-Man and the very good friends of the universe. And how is the moral of the story? And then we will pick a figure which that we would want to buy, because again, this is a show built for buying action figures. And we will either sell it or make it and sell it. So there you go. That's the gist. Yeah, very cool. Alrighty, let's get right into it. We are opening up on our typical Filmation logo, which is just a sound and a thing I love to hear, just like that whiff of that rainbow ching just brings me back.
Yeah, it just sounds like that kind of like xylophone. It just immediately calls to, you just know that little spark. You can hear that right away.
Yeah, it's like, it reminds me, and maybe this is like a synesthesia thing, but it's like I have one of those when I was a kid, as I'm sure all kids, especially in the 80s, were probably legally required to have, which was one of those rainbow xylophone toys, like
yeah,
the little plastic mallets. And I think about that every time I see the Filmation logo, because it is in rainbow and it makes that same exact noise, and it brings me right back to being like 5 years old, and boy, oh boy, if I could go back. But then I get punched by He-Man, the Lou Scheimer special. Yeah. And in we go. So, the Time Corridor, written by Larry DiTilio, directed by Lou Zucker. Those are people that have, done many, many of these. So there you go. We are starting right again in space.
I was just going to say, Lou Zucker, keeping in with the He-Man tradition of names with the V-O-R or the thing, man. So it's like, I like that they're
maybe
really
his name was like
that.
Lou Zuckerman. No, you are
No,
Zukor.
core of the Zuckerman tribe.
But look, I love when we start on Snake Mountain. It's just so rad. And we're starting on the H.R. Geiger throne once again. Scary music. And here we see Triclops and a character we have not met yet before. One of Skeletor's lesser-known henchmen. And it does look like in this shot... Sorry, I jumped back a second. But it does look like in this shot we have Skeletor tapping his little fingers. And does it look like they're kind of holding hands? No,
That's
okay.
what I thought. I put a note. I was like, "Wait, are they coming? Is that why he's like angrily tapping his fingers? They've come to HR like, so we have been seeing each other outside of work, and we just want to, per your instructions." Well, yeah,
What are the rules?
there are rules. You cannot date inside this, Snake Mountain.
Didn't you listen to Brenda's presentation?
You saw the presentation on Tuesday. When were you planning to tell me about this? Even the chair is like disappointed.
Yeah. But yeah, so there we are. I will call out that
Is
like
his
Fang
hand
Man
on
looks,
his thigh there too? It looks like
I
Fang
don't know.
Man
It could be.
resting his hand on his knee.
Maybe. Yeah, could be.
Yeah, something to
He's
come.
also
in
like
this
he's more muscular than even Triclops is. He's like a big guy.
and
He's
Triclops
pretty
is
cool.
jacked. Like the
Yeah, well, they're
couple
all
episodes
jacked,
ago,
yeah.
like he looks
Yeah.
bigger. He almost looks bigger than He-Man.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, they open up a pink portal at last.
I have it, Skeletor.
Somebody says that. I don't know who. Somebody said the voice
Also,
of the
I love the
elders.
design of Fang Man. He kind of looks like a Simpsons character.
He does
Like he
look like
looks
a
like if
Simpsons
if
character.
the Simpsons submitted, this is our villain guy. Doesn't he look like something right out of Futurama? He looks like even his design. I think this is his only instance in the original
my
cartoon,
God.
but that might be though. I love the character. That might be the only reason is he just looks like one of these things isn't like the other. Like,
Well, okay, and we haven't named this character yet in the cartoon. We haven't come across his name, but what is his name?
Fang Man.
And what does he very clearly not have?
Fangs, exactly. That's exactly. He looks like punk rock hippopotamus, and it's like, yeah, I watched the whole episodes. I don't think I've seen.
Yeah.
Does he? I was like maybe I missed it. Like, but yeah, you've set it up that he's some sort of weird snake character, which will play later on in this episode. But his name is
guess.
Fang Man, and he looks like a punk rock hippopotamus, no fangs. Like,
yeah, no.
Did
Yeah,
he
no
do a bunch of
fangs.
meth and his teeth fell out and he's
I
like,
mean,
here's
that is apparently a
Maybe
raging
that's the moral.
problem. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's not, I mean, he has a very long tongue, but he's not called Tongue Man, which is
Yeah,
which is
right. It's
fine.
just like lead with again. We set up the thing that is the clearly defining fact. Oh, tongue man. Well, no. How about Fang Man?
However,
the thing that he literally
however,
doesn't have.
What I will point out is that in the action figures later, there was a Snake Man character named Tongue Lasher, and his tongue like stuck out. Like that was his action feature.
Which is like,
So-
I wonder if that's like in what was it, Street Fighter 2, M. Bison and
yeah, was
and
supposed to be Mike Tyson. right?
Balrog, and they messed it up when they were translating. So there's a guy that's very clearly a knockoff of Mike Tyson, whose name became Balrog by accident, and then the bad guy of the game is M. Bison, and it
Yes.
was all because of an accident. He was supposed to be Balrog, which makes sense because it's
Yeah.
the name of the evil monster from Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like, no, his name is M. Bison. Makes zero sense because somebody screwed it up when they were putting in the translator, and they're like, "Well, you can't fix it now."
Raul Julia's greatest role.
Oh my god!
Okay, so now we have let's get into it. We have the Wheel of Infinity, which by
Which
the way,
looks like something that would be like in I don't know, like if you were a Led Zeppelin wizard, this would be
Yes.
something in your house. Like this looks like something out of a Led Zeppelin album. They just put it together, and you can summon the band.
And
like
again,
very- yeah.
and I hate to be a broken record. What is the Wheel of Infinity not? A wheel.
A wheel,
it is like
the
maybe an
hexagon of
octagon.
time.
Yeah.
The octagon, maybe like
A,
eight.
a
It looks like eight.
septagon. It looks like it might have seven
Septagon,
sides.
yeah, heptagon. It's a heptagon, right? I think seven.
No,
we don't know. How
I'm not
many
a
points are below it?
mathematician, but
It's absolutely not a wheel.
it's the ultimate key to the destruction of Castle Grayskull. Although we
Oh,
do have some
okay. I
fangs.
guess it
Okay,
does
we
have
have
fangs.
some fangs. Let's hear what Fangman's voice sounds like.
His great power, Skeletor, but it isn't enough to destroy Grayskull.
That's about what I thought.
When the wheel
So
is
we
in the
learned that when the reel is in the right spot, it does all these. It's kind of a complicated toy, that Wheel of Infinity, but he should rule all of, Latania, as the YouTube tells us, but we know that's Eternia. What about He-Man? Isn't He-Man going to stop us? Well, we're going back.
castle.
That's important because that's what we mentioned.
Going back in time to a time when there was no Castle
Gonna go
Grayskull.
back
See, this is what got me excited right away. I love the plot point. We're going to go back in time, not just because I love Back to the Future, but it's like, what a brilliant way. You have access to a time device.
Yeah.
You could just go back in time and just make He-Man never born, or kill him as a child, push him off a cliff.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
There's
Is
a
that
lot
what we're
you
going to
could
set
do.
up?
Yeah, not quite, but
not
yeah.
quite.
Right. Okay, and here we have a picnic. And so while look, I'm not going to say that like picnicking in and of itself is homoerotic. Everyone can enjoy a picnic. I will again just point out that here we have a couple of lads kneeling and posing for no particular
Yeah, I was just going to
reason.
say the posing though, like looking like He-Man, Prince Adam's thirst trap, and Man at Arms striking that, taking a knee because he's just too exhausted from being handsome, you know.
Yeah, and it looks like their lunch consists of one cake.
Yeah, one giant cake.
That they are going to share.
Let's just have
beefcake.
let's just have an afternoon, just us guys and this giant cake.
And sorry, let's take a look at what Adam does here.
Marvelous day for
Marvelous day for a
Marvelous
picnic.
day for a picnic.
It's just a little much. And then again, we have like the Lorax trees, the tufted trees behind them and all that stuff.
And some magic.
Okay, and some magic, yes. Okay, we're going to do crap with the cake. Yeah. Here's what he does with the cake. He makes it a giant phallic shaft. Now, there's a useful trick, says Man at Arms. He just increases its length and girth. I believe
Everyone's
that's big
immediately
enough.
like, "Can I get that spell?"
Come on.
Exactly.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, with little like sparkly white things at the top. Come on,
Yeah,
folks.
come on, folks.
That's a little bit much.
A little, yeah.
So he's gonna knock it over. Oh no! But we knew that was happening. Cake everywhere, but at least he's gonna clean it up, and then we're gonna lick his face. So yeah, there's a lot going on in this picnic scene. Ha ha ha. And then of course, yeah. Oh, we're still doing this nonsense. Okay, then here comes Zor, which we know is the sorceress.
He's summoning us to Castle Grayskull.
Let's go.
The only place I want to go is home.
So, does Cringer not enjoy a picnic? You'd think that would be like right up his alley.
Right up his alley, just totally chill. Oh, like,
Yeah, but I guess maybe he's seen things on this picnic that he doesn't want to see. So,
yeah, does he just have like some severe PTSD, because it just seems like everything triggers him. It's like, we're outside. Well, not like this. I want to go home.
I do think this is pretty rad. This window of time, which like she has that. She just has a window of time where you can always look into a different particular period of time.
Right.
Like, that's pretty rad. So this is kind of interesting too, that cavemen, I guess, like ape men built Castle Grayskull. That's
right.
interesting,
Like, which is kind of a cool thing that they like in the ancient past. Like, there's a more unevolved version of each other. Like, so it's like they're teaching us at a young age, like there's some sort of evolution. Like, people evolved from those apes. And also, I was going to say the barbarian king, who his name will be revealed in a minute, made me start to think, oh, he kind of looks like Conan. Like, I wonder if this is like in this episode sort of a nod to that, like more like barbarian, a little more, primitive, savage. The roots, the origins, the roots of He-Man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah. Right.
So
right.
I was wondering if that was something that they were thinking about with Olo's design, or just
that's very cool. Yeah, his name is Olo. We learned what the Wheel of Infinity does.
It will go faster and faster and grow larger and larger until...
That is Adam's face when she says, grow larger and larger.
He's like, can I get one of these? How can I use this on me? This,
It is fast enough and big enough to destroy this castle.
which also
And
seems weird.
Skeletor's evil.
A wheel of time, you would think it would be a mastery of time, but no,
Right.
the danger is it gets bigger and spins faster. Like, there's a
Right.
million other things you could do.
Right. Skeletor already has the method to go back in time. That's not what it does. It just spins and gets annoyingly large. But again, he could also just use some of his other toys, the Spellstone, the Diamond Ray of Disappearance.
Yeah,
he could use
just-
any of these things on the
I need
castle.
to go back in time and inconvenience people with something that gets too big.
See, I think Skeletor is, and here we of course have our By the Power of Grayskull moment, 523 in. Skeletor just like he's trying to do too much, you know?
Yeah.
I like this. They don't,
But Orko
you know,
will know what to
Orko
do.
has a magic spell, even though he doesn't know to basically be Duolingo, which is pretty cool. She sends him back in the past.
Time is delicate, He-Man. Do your job
Time is
swiftly.
delicate. That's kind of a cool way
Yeah,
to
see,
phrase
this
that.
is what I was excited. Like, I thought they were setting up something like a Sound of He-Man.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like Ray Bradbury's The Sound of Thunder or the Time Machine. Like, there's the danger of you going back in time. You could cause, the butterfly effect. Like,
Yes.
is that what we're like? Be careful. And I love the idea that is
So,
more potent in the past.
This is whatever.
now. Like,
Yeah.
with more technology. Like, is that like something that we're setting up, which is really interesting? How magic is more powerful then?
Something like that. That's kind of interesting. I hadn't thought about that.
Green Forest looked like in the past.
It looks the same to me.
And I guess that's what Eternians looked like.
Like sexy is how they look.
Yes.
Like. and by the way, they're also like wearing what appears to be like, you wouldn't look at them and say like, oh, these people look like they're in the past. They're kind of wearing just like more, burgundy variations on what Man at Arms is wearing,
Right, but it kind of like when we get closer to their design,
Katashi Aro.
then they're speaking gibberish.
Yes,
or,
they speak parcel tongue is what they
parcel
speak.
tongues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, because they're the serpent. They're the Snake Clan.
Yeah.
They got to be, House Slithering. But I love that in this episode, Orko is actually useful for once, and
He is, although he does it in a really cheesy way. He says all this nonsense and bullshit where he's like, scribbly
Come on, Arco. They're headed this way.
Scrabble-de-doo, shickledy-sham,
I find that cheesy, but I like the kind of like the vaguely snake-like features of these people. That's pretty cool.
that's what I was just gonna say. Like they're like lean eye. Also, the
Yeah.
design on like her breastplate and like obviously
Yeah.
the helmet with the cobra on the top. But it's like you see the roots in this. Is this where Tila's breastplate like is designed? So
Yeah.
is this is sort of like I thought that was like a really cool effect. Is like we're kind of like maybe these are the elders or people that are close to the elders. Like they're
Right, exactly. She calls out Ghostface, which is funny.
oh right, yeah, Ghostface, which I love as their name. For Skeletor is Ghostface.
Yeah, but here's the thing: why not Skullface? Because
Skullface.
they would have seen a lot more
yeah.
skulls than ghosts.
That's what I
unless,
was thinking. Ghosts is a concept to these people, and I really wanted this to also be. When I heard that, I was like, "Oh, is this episode the origin of Wu-Tang Clan?"
Wu-Tang Clan
Is
and the Scream franchise. Yeah, exactly. There's the butt
There's a
shot.
lot going on with this potent episode.
Yeah.
Also, one neat thing, like when we're talking about, like even the weapons are kind of curvy, like sinewy, like a snake. Like you see the dagger.
Yeah.
I thought that was a cool effect in their design.
And then here we get this Dragosaur, which is a cool name and concept, although the design doesn't
Yeah.
leave me with. Yeah.
But
His blaster's not going to work.
yeah,
That's interesting.
this is I thought this was a cool setup. Like, does technology not work in the era before it's been invented? Is that like an interesting?
He can't get the Wi-Fi signal. To
Yeah,
like,
right.
You know?
He can't.
He's doing a real Puff the Magic Dragon situation there.
Yeah. Very winded just now.
But see, yeah, here again, Orko provided the wind. I don't know why, but my magic seems stronger here. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, finally. Keep
honestly,
working on the cast.
yeah, go live there. Like, here's where you belong.
Yeah,
Get out
exactly.
get out of our hair, Orko.
Yeah.
Now, again, we have a situation where it's like the people, the parcel tongue snake people. It seems like they would probably have to deal with Dragosaur all the time.
All the time. And
So
then
why
they're
do
like
they need to be saved? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man-at-Arms is going to throw them a ladder on a hook, which is always a cool toy. I think that came with the Castle Grayskull toy. Orko rolls up his sleeves briefly. He flies through his mouth, pauses to pose, which is very stupid. And He-Man's battling it. The dragon seems to grow smaller as he does.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's suddenly
But
much
so
much
does Battle Cat.
Yeah,
So
right.
now it's much bigger. And again, from this moment on, we know what's going to happen, and it does happen. Yep, the dragon's going to fall into a pit, which again, what does the dragon have? Or the
Wings,
Dragosaur?
but
It has wings.
suddenly it hit its head hard. And again,
Okay.
He-Man's solution, I'll throw a boulder at something.
But not
I have
at
this sword.
it. He throws it at a mountain to send smaller rocks on top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Again.
And bury this giant, seemingly, at one point, very strong dragon that couldn't simply...
And
Yeah,
snake.
exactly.
But it may have been concussed. It may have hit its head so hard it forgot how to fly.
There we go. Probably. It is just a Dragosaur. So now we're going to get
Into our land a
exposition.
short while ago, and with his evil power, took control of Olo, master of the
Orlo,
ape
master
clan.
of the ape clan.
Once the
I don't
ape
like
men
how she talks when she's speaking English. I prefer
No,
her
I
in her
do
national.
not.
It's too
It is the
breathy.
most annoying,
them
weird,
to work
like,
as slaves in the fortress of the Ghost Face.
Yeah, I'm
And that-
not into that. Yeah.
It's like
She's
I
just trying
can't
too
I can't
hard.
figure out, is she doing like a bad like Asian accent, like like every
God,
like
I hope not.
I guess it's supposed to be like a hiss, but like just yeah, I do not like her. As much as annoying as the gibberish was, the English is somehow worse.
I called this out because his eyes stick like this for a couple seconds as he's listening to her story, which I like to think is like he's getting tired
Yeah.
of. Like,
Just
he's
like
"Oh,
us.
sorry,
every
no, I'm
time she-
awake. I'm
Oh
awake."
yeah, great. Yeah, the 8 people yawn.
Yeah.
My eyes are doing it right now.
But now we see, Skeletor and the Ape King.
Olo, gather your warriors. We'll show He-Man a little surprise of our
I
own.
like that the caveman has like the caveman version of He-Man's haircut too.
Yeah.
You know, like the page boy haircut, like that bowl cut thing, but just red and dirty.
Also, dark eyebrows, red hair. Kind of
Yep,
an
once
interesting,
again.
just weird look. But yeah, you can see the variation on the He-Man hair.
Turn your fortress into toothpicks.
For Eternia and Grayskull.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna go attack a little bit. I also hate the ape men noises. Not into that. This is actually kind of the first time that we see Triclops' eyes in action. We're gonna swat away the boulder. That's a pretty cool moment, actually.
Yeah.
Until it's ruined by him running away. We destroy the catapult, the trebuchet. We've bowled the Ape King. Mind if we drop in Skeletor? Classic.
Ape-men, get them!
That club would make a fine toothpick.
Second time he's mentioned toothpicks in this episode.
Toothpicks, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I did not mean to pause in this shot, but the placement of the club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unintentional. Yeah, but also
One could make a gif if one
one
wanted
could make
to.
a gif.
Yeah. And he's going to throw this guy or something, right? And they always do this.
That should cool him
Yeah.
off.
Now, in reality, he would probably be dead, but they always show the guy after he's been thrown, right? And I guess that's just to show that he's not dead, right? I mean, I guess
It's okay,
that's just for
kid.
the
There
kids.
is no death in Eternia. No,
Yeah.
Don't worry, kids.
Yep. Oh, a nice trip from Zalora. Again, same thing here. He's like upset, mildly upset that he died.
Mildly upset instead of, breaking his kneecaps and his body. Because as we've established, everything in Eternia is like some weird-ass stone plant. Everything just looks like it's jagged rocks.
Yeah. Right. By the way, this is the same Tila butt shot that we get in other episodes. I guess it's and probably that's why the costume is a similar shape.
Very similar because we can save money on the animation. We can just color it, and there we go. We've just been able to reuse this shot 5 times.
She got a little sleepy gas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she does have Madonna like Vogue boob cones,
Yeah,
doesn't she?
Totally.
Yeah, didn't realize that.
Oh, or try to save this woman from Dragosaur Isle.
Dragosaur Isle. That's a
Ooh.
yeah. I mean, it is named what it is. I mean, that does helpful. It does help us know not to go there.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're on a raft, which I didn't expect. But I guess it is the past.
Meanwhile, in Tom Sawyer.
There it is, Dragosaur Isle, and once again we have a place that is named for the kind of creature that lives there. Is also shaped
the terrain also just looks like it. Oh yeah, this is great. This is a cool effect with Triclops. I love
telescope vision.
Telescopic vision.
That's pretty cool. He's got a different H.R. Geiger chair.
Yeah, right?
So does he just make one everywhere he goes?
Yeah, it's like, no, this house isn't really me. It doesn't have my vibe. It needs more, a little Geiger going on.
Yeah. It's either that or he moved his furniture to the past.
Yeah, into the past.
I will call Movor, and he
yes,
he will help me move my stuff.
Can you feng shui or this apartment to make it me? Also love his evil lunchbox.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like was this the thing that came into the previous episode that flew through? And he loves his lunchbox.
Yeah, he's like kind of tickling his little lunchbox.
Just like, this is all my dad left me.
He does say that the terrors of the jungle will take care of He-Man, so that's cool. We know we're going to see the terrors of the jungle in a minute, and one of them gets Orko, thankfully.
Well, this is what I like. We've got the cool, creepy, Venus flytrap monster.
Yeah, a classic Underdark type
yes,
critter.
Totally. This just felt very Savage Underdark, or it's just Eternia of the Past seems to have a lot more primordial. Mm-hmm. Everything seems a little bit more dangerous. There's a lot more vegetation.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. The whole fight with cutting off its tentacles, and that's pretty. We don't get any blood. The design of this
creature looks maybe a little unintentionally sexualized. I don't know if it goes next to the mouth. Maybe it's just me. I'm not trying to be a pervert, but just the things that kind of slide by.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Let's keep.
That's only the first of Skeletor's nasty.
Also,
now we have
Arms just seems. Does he just have everything? He had that mace. Now he has a little AP rapier that he's just pulled out of his back somehow.
They've shown that on occasion. He tried to use that against the creeping Horak as well.
Yeah,
but it didn't. But you would think he would color coordinate it. His mace is orange. That's not orange.
Yeah.
And here we have this kind of thing, which I feel like this is also something from the Monster Manual too, right?
Oh,
Isn't there a bug?
It looks like an aboleth.
Aboleth or Umber Hulk, or there's some bug
totally.
that crawls
weird
and burrows
rhinoceros crab.
It really looks so. I'm thinking that the writers just had a first edition Monster Manual, and they're like, oh yeah, okay, great, a Terrors of the Jungle, here it is. Make it look like
here
this.
It is.
Not that, no, pretty much like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever they're stuck, they're just flipping through Monsters Manual, and they're like, cool. Cool. Ankeg. Ankeg is what I meant.
Ankeg.
That's
Ankeg.
the one. That's
the one. They make a cheesy bug pun. So they've survived. Welcome.
That staff.
Hangman, attack! Get them, my beauties!
Okay. So we have Fangman riding a dinosaur, and that's bomb. That's rad. I like that.
Yeah.
But okay, he calls them my beauties. So, and here we have Man-at-Arms using Ebola against a dragon. That's pretty manly too. And they sleep, I guess.
Yeah.
You're
they hit their heads and just go to sleep instead of.
But this raises a question about Fangman, because Fangman is not from the past. We've established Fangman, I think, as being from the future, unless, well, here's what's tripping me up. Same as those Dragosaurs. He is calling them my beauties. So he has claimed ownership of these things, right? So his power seems to be he can control and ride dragons. And I guess he's like a dragony looking kind of guy.
Okay, that makes sense. Like
I guess like he's like he's like the guy who's really good at taming horses on the team.
Yeah, a horse. But he's a dragon whisperer.
Yeah, but like, so I guess it's like, what was his job before he went into the past? Like, he's definitely not one of Skeletor's top guys. So I'm guessing, like, either like he just doesn't. And, okay, wait a minute. If this whole thing is like he is supposed to be controlling dragons, isn't that Beastman's power? Like,
yeah, it's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I feel like maybe that's what the writers got to, is like, oh, yeah, we've already established that this guy, that's like their thing. Although we also established in the cartoons that Beastman doesn't seem to have any sort of control over it.
Well, that's true. He couldn't control dragons in the other episode. Right. So maybe they were just really overthinking it, and they're like, wait, no, it's never. Beastman can't be our guy. We've got to have another guy. Or the other possibility is that Fangman is from the past and is like the exchange student that came to the future. I don't know. But either way, He-Man picks up a tree and just hits him with
Here's something for your beauty to chew on, Fangman.
You can't believe that.
Yeah, no, my Dragosaur's one weakness, wood. How did you know?
Being hit with an object, and this, you're too late, He-Man. This spell is going to trap Zalora, the snake lady, in forever, between time and space. The cave.
Which I was thinking, why don't you do that to He-Man? Like, you want to thwart him. And instead of, this person has no connection to you, really. Yeah, exactly. You just met. I mean, I could see that from, like, oh, if we remove somebody from the past out of the time, like, it's going to alter the future.
Yeah, like if she was the ancestor of whoever. Yeah, sure.
Of everybody, right? Like,
yeah. But he rips it apart. I think, like a couple things when he rips it apart. Even though it's a magic cage, epic surprise face there from
right. What?
Like, well, what I noticed about that is they really took the time to put more lines on his face than they normally would in that shot.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was just like, he's like, he really can't believe it.
Thank you.
A very sexy thank you from Zalora.
Thank you.
Yeah, wow.
Good work.
Not good enough.
Yeah. But anyway, we know that the window of time is soon going to draw him back. So he can only be in the past for this short window of time, and he's still got to stop the infinity sexagon or whatever it is.
Or it'll get super big, because it's just like such a weird, like, why are these artifacts named the way they are when their power doesn't do anything with, like, it just gets really big and it spins faster and faster. It's like,
whatever catalog they're getting these things from, it does not
love that
needs a better copywriter.
Like, also, just, this is a very convenient use of, we're going to make these guys all look the same, so it's just saving our animation team time and money. Here it is.
So it's already bigger.
What is it not? A wheel.
It's definitely not a wheel. He-Man bursts in. No, you're right. It does have 6 sides, right? Let's step out of the way, Skeletor. Let's see how many sides this stupid thing has. Anyway, they're gonna fight for a little bit. Again, they're always in strain. Like, that's again like another little, like,
unintentional
phallic,
where he's just holding, especially just the tip,
and again, as it shoots out a little white like, I'm not gonna do it, but
come on, animators.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 sides. Okay, all right. So it's a hexagon. Yeah. It was just drawn poorly. But again, the wheel is going to spin, and there it goes. And this seems, again, this is like a weird, chaotic thing. He can't, like, this thing is so powerful. He-Man can't stop it from spinning.
Yeah.
Right?
So what is his solution? Oh, I can't stop it from spinning. I'm just going to spin it even faster. I was like, that sounds like a terrible idea. Like,
yeah, that's like, that again, that's too chaotic. Like that's if you can't beat him, join him.
I'm going to make this thing spin really fast. We've already established that that's the thing that is bad about it. Like you spin a wheel of time. This just seems like this should be absolute chaos. Like I would assume if you spin the wheel of time, time is disrupted. They go get flung into the future. Also, I wonder, is this the origin of the idea of Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time? Like, here it is.
I would be surprised if that were the case, but it's
Maybe,
possible.
like, I don't know, just like Time Corridor, if this gave him ideas as a young writer. I was curious.
Maybe. That could be. So Skeletor's escaped, but you've doomed yourself. There's only one thing to do here, and that's to, of course, punch.
Lou Scheimer it out of existence.
Lou Scheimer, where it goes up into the air and explodes
explodes into a festive display of fireworks.
And the ape men and all the prehistoric people must be losing their shit over that, because that would not have been something that they would have seen. Although they have magic, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, we've just now that Wink's out of existence, it feels like there should be repercussions for screwing with the Wheel of Time in the past.
Yeah, and
now they just get transported back.
But no, everything's good. Everything's back. All of what happened.
The sorceress is actually like part. I don't know. It cuts away and like she's like the snake person.
She's like a snake ape. We learn that through your efforts, the Snake Clan and the Ape Clan will be friends again, and together they'll build the world that is our Eternia. So I guess what Skeletor did is he came in and he like broke them up. I like to think that the Snake Clan and the Ape Clan maybe mated, and that's where the current Eternians come from, or something.
Yeah,
like
it would make sense, because it's like you looked at the snake people; they were like super duper pale, like they kind of like bleached out, like almost Targaryen, and the other kind of muted color, and like you kind of blend them together.
Snakes and apes living together,
snakes,
mass hysteria.
They're friends, just like snakes and apes are in the jungle. I was like, that is the worst combo. They're friends.
Yeah,
no.
I think they certainly are not.
As we've just seen,
so here's our moral. As we've just seen,
Skeletor went back into the past to make evil things happen.
For like a hot second, I was like, is the moral going to be don't time travel and mess with the past? I would have loved if that were it was.
Yeah, you and your benevolent friend who's a scientist decide to make a device which you go back in time. Don't do it, because there are better ways to get ahead, and that's through hard work and perseverance instead of altering the past.
Don't forget, you can't get ahead by going back into time.
Yeah.
But no, that's not what it was.
In reality, no one can go back into the past. That's only make-believe. But we can try to learn from the past, from things that have happened to us, and try to apply them toward being better people today. Remember, it's today that counts. So make it the best day possible. Until next time, this is He-Man wishing you good health and good luck.
This was interesting. Changed. They had a different sign-off. Like, I was wondering, like, are they setting up this is going to be his new sign-off?
I don't know.
But, like, this is one of those good morals. I was like, that's actually pretty cool. Pretty, like, learn from your mistakes. And
got it.
Yeah, I was like, all right, these are some pretty solid morals. Maybe they can't come up with 175 morals.
It's so adult in, like, a good way. It's like treating the kids as, like, grown-ups. It's like, think about that. And, hey, I, He-Man, wish you good luck and good... it's like when we're a young kid and, like, a big man, like, shakes your hand and you feel like you're 10 feet tall. You know what I mean? It's like that feeling. It gives me a little warm feeling.
Yeah, warm feels. And I like this because this is, like, getting back into that sort of, like, the message is all about empowering you. So I do like that there's some things that, even though this might be trying to sell me some action figures, it's also building me up at the same time, which I thought was cool.
Okay, so what do we think was... we talked about some rad stuff in here. We talked about the window of time itself being rad, and just like the journey through time anyway is rad, right?
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool effect. I thought the design... The snake people, I think, like their armor was really kind of cool. It was kind of rad. The voice, not rad. Annoying.
I think the voices of all of them, the voice of the ape men, also pretty cheesy. That falls in the cheesy category.
But I thought their look was pretty cool. Like, they've just felt like very like barbarian, and I just like, it just felt very medieval compared to Eternia, which is very futuristic. Having that kind of disparate look to
Maybe
it
that's
really...
why they pulled out the like Terrors of the Jungle, why they pulled out the monster manual, because they wanted to make things feel like old-timey Dungeons and Dragons.
Old-timey Dungeons and Dragons, like we've gone to, what was it, Cholt? That like
yes,
like in
it is
Forgotten Realms
Cholt.
where they got all the dinosaurs and stuff.
Exactly.
I thought that was a sort of cool thing. I like Olo kind of looked like devolved Conan, but I thought he had like a cool look to him.
As far as manly actions, I mean, anytime He-Man beats a dragon or something like that's pretty manly. Although the way he did it wasn't like the best, but that was pretty cool.
I thought what I thought was kind of cool in this episode, he hits a boulder with the sword. Like a baseball bat. I was gonna like that was like a pretty badass thing. Like we've done the picking up a boulder and throw it. I was like, oh, so he's not he's not shattering it. He's like baseballing it. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'm no physicist, but like it doesn't seem like I don't know how that's. I mean, it just I don't know. I'm not going to calculate the force per inch or something, but it does seem like that wouldn't be possible. What do I know? Lots of cheesy stuff like we talked about, like the voices are usually what's making its way into the cheesy zone for me is almost always dumb voices and Orko moments. And here we have a lot of cheesy Orko moments, I think. Yeah. But, I did like that he got his little moment of, validation from having powers that work. But yeah, that was pretty cool. However, on the homoerotic front, I think we identified the whole picnic scene can so easily be taken the wrong way, or the right way, depending on how they were looking at it, and like the giant phallic cake shaft.
Cake shaft was.
Yeah, so I think this is definitely like firing on all cylinders, so to speak, for that one. And nothing else all that inappropriate, I guess, though, right?
Yeah, those were like the big moments for me. Was the clearly phallic. Yeah. We can make it bigger instead of just making a large cake. We're making it like look extra phallic. I just thought. I guess one thing the first viewing, I thought the fly trap was like a pretty yonic fly trap. But maybe it's just because I'm like looking for what's the thing that feels like, is this a Disney animator trying to sneak something in? But
no, I buy that. There's like an element where yonic is a good word. Yeah, there's like an element of that for sure.
I did like the Monsters Manual Rhino Beetle Ankeg thing. I thought that was a really cool monster in this episode.
Okay, so what about figures? What are you wanting to buy?
Even though his name sounds like one of the most lame Mega Man characters, Fangman. I thought that would, because it was also like when we got up close to him, he is like weirdly massive, like bigger, like he's bigger than Triclops. He's a pretty big dude.
He's big. He's got what I like about Fangman is like he's got like I think the best like He-Man designs like are like colorful. They have like a really interesting like color palette.
Yeah.
And he does. It's like the pale blue with like the the red. Like he looks cool.
Yeah, he's got like a really cool aesthetic. Also Zalora, the Snake Clan.
Yeah, she's cool too.
She's really cool. I really liked her design. Especially that little crest, that like cobra circlet of hers is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean she's basically Teela,
and as we've established the Madonna chest plate. But I like that we're seeing like design patterns here that we're kind of telegraphing that in later episodes. Like this is something like this ties what Teela and Man at Arms or other people's aesthetic is built on. These snake people or the ape people, and I also loved Olo. I mean, he just looked very like. Just like felt like a nod to Conan and maybe like He-Man's roots.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't look like an ape, which is interesting.
No,
it's like
that's the thing. I wanted like when there's a snake clan, I was like, oh, are they going to be like Yuan-Ti, like these kind of half snake people? Or
no, they're just like vaguely like snakish and vaguely apish people, but it's like they're just humans or what regular attorneys.
They're just
but
weird. They're just ancient goths, and
Yeah.
they're like, we're really into Sisters of Mercy and snakes and staying up late and smoking cigarettes like this.
So, all right, well, you're in luck. Now, I do think that it would be cool to make some of these. I do think that I don't know quite how I'd make Olo, although I have some ideas and maybe I'll try to. And Zalora, I do have a recipe in mind for her, but in the meantime, I think you're going to be very happy with my very cool Fangman figure. Now, this I have to say is a Masters of the Universe Classics figure from about 10 years ago.
Nice.
I have to call out that he is he towers over some of these other guys. He's big, Of course, this is a slightly larger scale, but he's also just very broad. This is one of my favorites, so I'm I guess I'll part with it if someone ponies up the cash.
That's a really cool figure.
I just like him because he's they really captured the really dumb look, and his tongue. He's got a tongue.
Yeah,
that kind of moves
around.
Wait,
the tongue moves around.
It moves around. Yeah.
Oh, see that's pretty cool. That's cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. So anyway, if you really want to, you can buy my personal Fangman. So
right on.
All right. Any other closing thoughts about Time Corridor?
I do like that. I felt like this had a fun moral. Look to the past. You can't. We all know you can't time travel, duh. But what a cool thing just to hey, again, I feel like some of these morals would be really great for society right now to be hey, instead of being continuing down a path, learn from your mistake and understand it, and then seek to do better and make I like that kind of today is take action today and make something better tomorrow.
Yep, I like that too. I think this is overall a really enjoyable episode. So I wonder if we should be rating these or something like that as we
gotta
go,
figure
right?
out maybe
we'll start doing that in the future. We'll amp up this here experience for you.
We'll give it 3 ghost face.
We'll figure out. Well, yeah, we'll give a numerical rating for each of these things and figure out what makes it good.
Maybe a Shimer. This is Shimer punches.
It's 3, a full 5 Shimer punches to your face for
5 Shimers.
5 Shimers. Well, next time we will be going right along, and we'll be watching Creatures from the Tar Swamp, where He-Man and friends go to rural North Carolina on an adventure. And so this is Professor Xennial wishing you good health and good luck, and
good luck.
may the power be with you.
May the power be with you as well.